you guys. So today's video is going to be a skin prep video because I'm filming a bridal tutorial tomorrow. It's my first one. I've never filmed one, which is bananas because I have done so many brides over the years and genuinely loved being a part of that process with every single one of them. So the number one thing I hope you guys take away from this video is that if you're not getting married, it doesn't mean you can't learn anything from this video or the next one. What truly inspired me to make this video as a part of a bridal kind of series, if you will, is that I vividly remember during many of my consultations and trials with brides kind of taken the time to definitely get an assessment of their skin situation before I met with them or started working with them. I try to preach as much as possible how important regular good skincare is, and we'll kind of get into that later, but there is a difference between skin prep and skin care. Anything that I recommend to you guys on the skin prep side are things that are probably going to be kind of short-term fixes or things that are just kind of meant to boost up your skin to prepare it for makeup in a way that is kind of beneficial when you need your makeup to last really long, if you want it to look exceptionally good in photos or in person. And in my case, most of this stuff I do just because I feel like treating myself. It's like part of the special day experience for me. Before we get started, make sure you are subscribed if you are not. Check the down bar for links to all my social media platforms. I will have all the products that I mentioned listed down below as well. And stay tuned for the end of the video because I am going to talk to you a little bit about the giveaway that will be going on in the next video. I'm kind of spreading it out because it's a part of the series, but I will announce the prize at the end of this video. So let's just get started. Okay guys, so whether you are hiring an artist or doing your makeup yourself, as I said in the intro, your skincare and your skin prep are crucial for big day makeup. And there's essentially like 3 tiers to this, if you will. All of them are going to depend largely on your budget, your time frame, your dedication. 3 tiers are professional, long-term, and quick fix. So your professional skin prep is going to be something like a peel if you want to go that route, or a facial. Obviously, you're not going to run to the spa every time you think you're going to run into your ex-boyfriend at the club or something. Or if your ass is old like mine, if you're going to run into your ex in the Metamucil aisle at Piggly Wiggly. I'm just kidding, I shop at Kroger. Getting a good facial before a wedding or whatever special event is an awesome way to really kind of treat yourself, get a little relaxation going, and if you get a good one like the one I'm about to recommend to you, it's a great way to see kind of drastic changes in your skin in a very short amount of time. I love hydrofacials. Do you like my little interpretive dance I made up for you? I have been getting hydrofacials for a little while now, and ever since I started, I've completely ruled out the option of getting any other kind of facial again. I used to go to places and get like, you know what I'm talking about, like all the goo and stuff slathered on with the aromatherapy and the pan flute music, and it was nice and it was fun and it was relaxing, but I never felt like I saw any changes in my skin, and if there were changes that I saw, it didn't seem like something I couldn't just like do myself at home with all the other crap I had. Hydrofacials are no joke, and they will literally have you leaving with your skin in a better place than it was when you walked in the building. I get mine in Tennessee here at Bella Med Spa, but it's not like just specific to here, it's everywhere now. They all kind of have the same process. You have a cleanse, you have a light peel, they do extractions, and then where the Hydra comes in is they just infuse your skin with all of this just incredibly potent, powerful hydrating serums. And then they do the same thing again with some antioxidant serums and peptide serums. Some of them offer LED light therapy. There are blue lights and red lights. I can't remember which one's which off the top of my head, but I know one of them is good for acne and killing bacteria below the skin, and the other one's really good at helping stimulate collagen production in your skin as well. You will literally walk out with brand new baby gorgeous glowing skin. It's incredible. I am not sponsored in any way. If you have the budget for it, go for it. If you don't, it doesn't mean there's nothing else you can do. The next tier we're going to talk about is long term, which we'll just call maintenance mode. The stuff you should be doing anyway, but has a drastic effect on the way makeup looks on your skin. This is long term, obviously, because it's something you should be doing long term. I will recommend things that'll kind of boost your existing results no matter where you are. But this really, to me, if you're not going to do anything else I talk about in this video, do this part. And that is your basic skincare routine. A basic skincare routine consists, in my opinion, of 3 very simple steps. You have the cleansing step, obviously. You need to cleanse your skin every single day, especially if you're wearing makeup. Make sure you are getting it off. I don't care what cleanser you reach for. In my opinion, cleansers are not the thing you spend a lot of money on because, I mean, it's literally the one step in your skincare or your beauty routine at all that you put on and then wash it away immediately. You just want something kind of gentle that won't strip your skin of its natural oils. Next is exfoliate. You can go the physical exfoliation route. I'm looking at you, Kylie Jenner, on your walnut scrub. Or you can go the chemical route, which is the way I would go. I can tell you that before I started using a chemical exfoliant, I really had a hard time with my pores. Now, and since I've been doing this, my pores have shrank like I would have never thought was possible. Pores are pores are pores. Like, they're genetic. Your pores will only ever get to so small because it's just what you got. But if you have excess oil or debris trapped in your pores, it will make them appear much, much larger. So I started using a chemical exfoliant, I think around 2014 or 15, and it completely changed my skin for the better. So for no other reason at all, I recommend getting it just to make your pores look smaller. It's totally worth it. Chemical exfoliants come in many forms. You have BHAs, you have AHA. Also, vitamin A is an exfoliant. Those are your retinols or your retin-As. And in my opinion, once you get to be about 25, 26, you should at least be starting to use a good form of retinol and getting ready to start retin-A. But on top of the pore minimizing effects that come along with a good chemical exfoliation, what you also will end up with is lighter hyperpigmentation marks, whether that be in the form of post-acne discoloration or sunspots, whatever you have that you're not happy with. It also will help you with dry patches, which will make your makeup go on so much more evenly. I said this wasn't going to be a skincare video, and it's kind of turning into that, but I'm trying to emphasize the importance of maintenance mode, and part of that is exfoliation, so be doing that. Lastly is moisturizing. I don't know, I don't think I have to beat you guys over the head with this one, but I will say a couple things about moisturizing. Number one, if you are oily, you do need to be moisturizing. You cannot combat excessively oily skin with drying it out. It will just produce more oil. Also, if you're moisturizing, that's great, but if you want to step it up a little bit, I do recommend getting a hyaluronic acid into your skincare routine. Basically, you have moisturizers, which for the most part are something that's kind of sitting on top of your skin, hydrating it superficially. And when I say superficially moving forward, what I mean is that it's not penetrating deeply into your dermis. So it makes your skin act hydrated, if you will, because of kind of the, like that kind of moist effect a moisturizer will leave on your skin. But that doesn't mean that your skin cells themselves, whatever, are becoming more hydrated. And the way that you do that to get your actual skin cells to start to retain more moisture and stay in a more hydrated state is something like a hyaluronic acid, because it can penetrate deeper into your dermis. So if you have the budget and you're already doing the 3 other steps I talked about, throw a hyaluronic acid into your routine. Thank me later. Okay, so now that we've covered professional prep, we've covered a long-term prep, let's talk about some quick fixes and gets and gadgets that I think will help you. So the main thing that I use to prep my skin for makeup is face masks, but I also like face rollers, which I will touch on in a second. Face masks can be a powerful tool in getting your skin ready for makeup. As far as I'm concerned, really the only face masks I keep around, like hold on to, are ones that I prep my skin with, and then I might have one that's used just to help my pores not get super clogged, like a acne sulfur mask or something. Other than that, don't really get into them. The ones I'm gonna mention to you now are extremely beneficial to your overall makeup application. First one I wanna talk to you guys about is some sort of exfoliating treatment. Now, I know if we're following along at home, that if we're in maintenance mode, we're already exfoliating as a part of our normal makeup routine. I don't know what this finger's doing, it's gone completely rogue. But let's say for the sake of argument, you haven't been on top of it, or you do not have a skincare routine, maybe you want a little extra smoothness. This is where something like a Glam Glow, this is called the Tingle Exfoliate Mask. This is literally kind of like a baby facial in a jar to me. It actually does a really good job of exfoliating the skin. It kind of firms it up. Any treatment along those lines will work. Kate Somerville makes a treatment called, I think it's called the Exfolicate. You can get that at Sephora. They make like mini trial sizes. And for the record, the reason I have 2 small ones of this instead of big ones is because, like I said, I don't use face masks for anything but prepping the skin. And sometimes when I get the big jugs of these things, they dry out before I can finish them. Anyway, any kind of exfoliating mask will work. The one that I've been enjoying the most lately is the Audacité one. So it has like 4 benefits to it. One of them is a peel and a firm. So this does a little bit of everything that I need to get my skin where I want it. It's just been working for me lately. It's one that I do recommend. So the next type of mask that I like, I don't really know how many different types of these there are on the market. This is the only one I've ever used. It's the Glam Glow Gravity Mud Firming Mask. This is something I only put on before I'm doing my makeup, and the difference it makes in my overall makeup routine when I'm done is like unreal. It's very visible, clear results I can see. It firms your skin, it tightens your pores. I'm gonna say that about 100 times. It's just beautiful. It makes your skin look really tight and just, it's good. It's good stuff. The last type of mask I would recommend is a hydrating mask. If you've noticed, a lot of the same kind of themes running through this prep are the same. Even in the professional capacity that we talked about, that had an exfoliation and a hydration element to it. The daily skin prep we're doing has a exfoliating and hydrating element to it, and the short-term things I'm recommending to you will usually either have an exfoliating or a hydrating element to them. So the other type of mask, all that being said, for your hydration is a sheet mask, and obviously there are tons of sheet masks out there. This one just so happens to be my favorite. I think I've mentioned it only 105 times here on my channel. They're not cheap. I think each one of these will run you about 15 bucks a pop, but as I said before, I don't use them all the time. My skincare is doing its work to keep my skin in a good place. Like RuPaul says, you don't gotta get ready if you stay ready. Once again, this is just for like them special fancy, I want to look amazing days. And let me tell you, this thing makes your skin so glowy. Like I used it today before I did my makeup and I feel like I look extra glowy today, and it's really just from using this. So highly recommend this one. You can get it at Ulta and Sephora, but once again, there's tons and tons and tons of them on the market. So the last element to skin prep that, once again, take or leave it, do what you want with it, that I think makes a big difference is face rolling. And there are tons of face rollers on the market. I know that jade rolling became pretty popular over the past 8 to 9 months. I personally started off with the Nurse Jamie roller. I got it at Sephora last summer. I have since moved up to the Refa Carrot. This guy was a little bit of an investment, so I'm not encouraging this unless you have the budget and you will actually use this, but jade rollers or even this one are good budget options. But even better than both of these is this guy. This is an ice roller. This part right here has like water in it, so you freeze it. You're literally rolling a freezing cold little ice on your face in the morning. It's going to do an amazing job. Like all face rollers, they all do this thing where they help you with lymphatic drainage, and if you don't know what lymphatic drainage is the thing that will stop you from looking puffy. So for me personally, this is very important because I'm the type of person that if I cry today, I will still have puffy eyes on Saturday. Like I'm just a puffy little person, and rolling my face regularly just keeps everything where I want it to be. This one has the added bonus of it being cold, so it automatically just kind of like tightens everything up. It will shrink your pores a little bit, and it will definitely help if you wake up in the morning and your eyes are just a little bit puffy. It's just a nice little step. It's not mandatory. None of this is, except for the skincare, I will say, which I'll get into later. But yeah, all different budgets, all different types. If you're feeling squirrely, invest in a face roller because the short-term benefits are great, but the long-term benefits are even better. And even still, if you don't want to invest in a face roller, literally you can give yourself a facial massage with your 2 hands. In the morning when you're getting ready and you're washing your face, take that opportunity to get in there and give yourself a good facial massage. I will list a good facial massage routine down below, so there's no excuses, anyone can do this. So with everything that I just told you, I'm gonna let you know kind of what a epic skin prep situation looks like for me. So for example, let's say tomorrow I'm getting married. What I would do the night before is do my exfoliating treatment. In this case, it would be the Audacity mask. Now, word to the wise, do not, and I repeat, do not add any of this stuff into your routine the day before your wedding that you've never used before. You don't know what kind of reaction you're gonna have, and you don't wanna run the risk of like anything going on funky the day before you're getting married or whatever the case may be. But I've used all this stuff a million times, so there's no risk for me. But anyway, night before, I would do my exfoliating treatment, wash it off, slather on some moisturizer, and go to bed. The next day, when I'm actually in the process of getting ready for my makeup application, I will roll my face out, and that could be with any number of facial rollers, but lately it's been this guy. This is the Refa Carrot. Like I said, the cool thing about this one is it like actually grips on to your face, and it literally makes you look more contoured without contour makeup on. It's really cool. So I'll do that for about 25 minutes, and I know, there's gonna be people down in the comments being like, nobody has time for that. It is special occasion, wedding. Who obviously would have made the time for this process, but I would roll my face for about 20 minutes, and if you only have 5 minutes, do it for 5 minutes. Do what you can. After that, I would ice roll my face for like 5 minutes. Literally 5 minutes, take it out of the freezer, and then like while my coffee is being made, I'll just run this all over my face. Bada bing, bada boom. Then I would apply my hydrating sheet mask. Leave that on for about 10 minutes, take it off. Now, here's the personal preference thing you want to keep in mind. Depending on your skin type, you might not want to take a sheet mask off your face and then immediately go in with your makeup. Depends on what you have going on. If you're very dry and dehydrated and the face mask like instantly absorbed into your skin, move on, do what you gotta do. For me, I'm more combo to oily, and the warmer it gets outside, the oilier I get. So what I do is I apply the sheet mask to my skin, and then I like move on to do my hair or something like that, so that my skin has time to receive the product. And then once it's all absorbed into my face, I'll move on to like moisturizers and primers and things like that, which I will get into in the next video. So really quick, I'm gonna rapid fire answer a few questions I think I might get on this video. Number one, the only thing that I think is absolutely ride or die, do not leave this out, you must do, crucial, is skincare. It's the only thing I think you absolutely need to do. And I do mean regular skincare, day in and day out. Number two, if you want to know what like the must buys, I would highly recommend, like no matter what, I will say it wouldn't hurt to get an exfoliating treatment and a hydrating treatment, and use them the way I recommend. Exfoliate the night before, hydrate right before you apply your makeup. As far as facial rollers go, they're not crucial, like I said, but if you think there's ever gonna be a time that you might wanna have one, I would think before your wedding might be a good time. You will use it over and over again, and the benefits of using it over and over again, I think are way worth the investment, but I also just really enjoy facial rolling, so do with that what you will. Number four, if your skin is excessively oily, and I do mean like you're actually having problems with excessive oil, even with your skincare, skip the sheet mask, because you just don't need to make things harder for yourself. You do still need to lightly moisturize before your skin prep, but don't do that step just because it's one that works for me. With anything I mentioned, you're gonna have to tailor this to your specific skin needs, but if you're super oily, don't worry about the sheet mask. And five, and this is the most important one, you guys, make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss any more of my videos, because you also really don't want to miss the next one, because that's where all of this is gonna start to come together. So about the giveaway, I'm not gonna tell you the rules, I'm not gonna tell you when it's going live, and I'm not going to tell you when the winner is going to be announced. I will tell you what the prize is, and I'll tell you how you're going to enter. And how you're going to enter is on Instagram. It has to be Instagram. I'm sorry, I can't do it on YouTube. I've tried it before. It never works out. The main stipulation would be your account cannot be on private the day that I announce the winner, which you will find out about in the next video. As far as the prize goes, since this entire series is all about bridal makeup and getting our skin in a good place for the most flawless makeup application day of our lives, it'd be really cool to give you guys a good little collection of skin prep materials. Pixie Beauty was kind enough to send me this amazing PR box, and the second I saw it, I just knew this would be the perfect giveaway item for this particular type of video. In this little box, you have a sheet mask, you have some eye gels, and other prep. It's just a really good collection of all of the things. I'm also going to send you a array of Smashbox primers. We will get into primers and other moisturizing agents for makeup application in the next video, but everybody needs a good primer on their wedding day. Also, you're going to win 2 bottles of Urban Decay All-Nighter, because all of this work that we're putting into our wedding makeup is for naught if it's going to come off. And Urban Decay All-Nighter is one of the only products I recommend consistently, time over time, day after day, when it comes to must have. You need Urban Decay All-Nighter. All right, guys, that is it for me. I have to get going. I have filmed this video 3 different times. 3 times I have sat here and said these exact words because things keep messing up. I am so dedicated to you. It's not even funny. But anyway, I hope you guys are having an amazing day, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.